Alrighty guys, today I will be doing a YouTube video on sports, and y'all already know I like to cover sports topics, but today I want to talk about the situation that happened with Ray Rice due to the new Zach Stacy incident. And y'all know me, like I really just want to get into the nitty-gritty of this. So if you did not know, Ray Rice, born January 22nd, 1987, to Calvin Reed and Janet Rice, was a American football star. This man he played football, and sadly his football career got cut short. He went to high school in Rochelle, New York, and he went to college to Rutgers, New Brunswick back in 2008, where he was under infamous head coach Greg Schiano, who stopped working there a few years after he left. Now, Ray Rice is an American success story that could have been great, but his poor actions, left him with nothing. This man hit his wife. Something like this so bad, I would personally say this behavior is unacceptable forever and always. This man made a very bad mistake. Now, we don't know if it's a pattern because there's only one video, one situation, one instance. Let's be honest. Society is biased if you're a man. If a woman hits you, personally, I do not think you should hit her back because that's not something that will be acceptable in society. And society has double standards. And honestly, I see why. Sometimes double standards benefit and protect us, if we're being very honest. So, Ray Rice hit his wife, and he got, all the backlash as he should, because regardless of, of what, a man should not hit a woman. And I personally believe that, even though a woman should not hit a man should definitely not hit a woman. And that's my biased double standards, if I'm being honest too, because men have a physical advantage over women, and you're stronger, you have testosterone. You hit a woman, you could really, really hurt her. As opposed, if a woman hits you, she could probably hurt you too, no doubt in my mind. Especially some women out there who are very physical, who have whose physicality wise is very strong. So yeah, now of course he should not get the death penalty for what he did. I don't think he should die, but he definitely was held accountable. I think they could put him back on the team because, I think they couldn't put him back on the team because of what his teammates think of him, his coaches, his fans. It would be hard to look at him the same, After you find out a person did something, it's very hard to look at that person the same, This man hit his wife, so I know his teammates were looking at him like, yo, I can't look at you the same. A lot of people probably lost respect for him, because you put your hands on a woman. And on top of that, he made the organization look bad. If I'm being honest, I think Ray Rice was not and is not the only man on his team who put, his hands on his wife and did not get caught. There are many men out here who hit women, and these men do not get caught because women don't speak up. A lot of women stay with their abusers. Just look at then I can't remember her name. Emily B in Fabulous, where he knocked all her teeth out. He knocked her front teeth out, and she stayed with him. So, and they got married, had another baby and everything, So when it comes to stuff like this, a lot of times women put their hands on men and women stay, Honestly, we're in different times. This situation happened when I was 11 in the 6th grade, and I definitely do remember it because I remember Uncle Murder rapped about it and put it in a song. I'm gonna play that little clip so you guys.
Rest in peace to his wife, Stephanie. He killed Tud and took his own life. Boosie home, Remy back home. Yeah. LeBron left Miami and went back home. I can dig it. That Ebola had niggas shook. Ray Rice knocked out his wife with a left hook. Fritz got a Kardashian under them sheets. My nigga Jeezy and Rick Ross steady they beef.
Not being 19 in the year 2021, this would not fly at all. In this day and age, Janae would face so much scrutiny because, like I said before, as a woman, staying with a man who hits you in 21 will probably get you hit by another woman. And you guys are probably thinking like, what are you talking about? But no, like Janae is very lucky that she faced a lot of backlash. But if she did what she did in 2021, she probably would be faced with a lot of sympathy and empathy. But she also would be faced with much more background, since social media is prevalent now more than ever. And Janae, decided to stay with him. And, as a woman, a woman will curse you out for doing shit that you have no business for doing. That's why I said earlier, like, her staying with him today in this age, if that situation was to happen today, will probably get you hit by another woman, because, no. Like, another woman will probably knock you upside your damn head, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Thankfully, they have very little social media presence. I tried to look at, to see if they still have social media, and they didn't. I couldn't find it. They live somewhat of a quiet life now. Personally, I cannot judge Janae, because who am I to judge? I have stayed with guys. They never put their hands on me, but I definitely left some shit slide that I shouldn't have. Now, the moment I say the moment I see a red flag, I leave. Or if a guy, decides to get stupid or feels the need to make that quote unquote one-time big mistake that Ray Rice did with his wife, I have a caliber 22 ready, okay? I'm not playing with you. If a guy decides that he is going to pull out a gun and get stupid with me, and I'm sorry, not pull out a gun, use his hands and put his hands on me and get stupid with me, I would definitely, get my caliber 22 and we'll be going at it. My caliber 22 will be ready for him, my daddy, my brother, and 911, honey. I don't play that. I think domestic violence classes won't help, honestly. I'm not sure what will stop a man from putting his hands on you, but I think teaching athletes about domestic violence, I feel like they teach them more what it does to your reputation more than why you shouldn't do it. I think they should teach men patience and anger management. If I'm being honest, personally, I feel like a lot of guys who play sports have a lot of energy, especially if they play football. Football is a very violent sport. I know guys who's like, I'm a very violent dude, I'm a very violent guy. That's one of the reasons why I play football. Imagine him being in a relationship. You can only imagine. Not saying that all guys who play violent football are violent people, but I'm just saying. I don't know where it stems from, but I like to think more of anger management. I have anger issues myself, but I'm pretty patient. A little too patient at times, I would say. But at the end of the day, I will never hit somebody without a reason. And more than likely, to protect myself, I won't hit anybody first, for the most part. I'm a woman, so me hitting another woman is not bad. But if I was a man, it would. If I was a man, it would definitely be different. I would suggest trying to restrain her. So, say, for example, if a woman puts, your hands on her, I would say to, try to, restrain her. Don't hit her back. I hit my brother all the time. My brother's 17. He's not bigger than me, stronger than me. And I hit him. Do you think he hits me back? No, he does not, for the most part. He tells my mom, and my mom will hit him for me, So I know better than to put my hands on, on a man. But, yeah, so Ray Rice definitely had his career, messed up because he hit his wife. And you know what? I'm going to be real. The way he dragged her body, her body looked lifeless. The way he dragged her, it's like he hit her so hard that shorty fell out, And it's like, why would you do that? What made you do that? And to this day, it was never disclosed on what they were arguing about, but whatever it was, it must have been pretty serious, because Janae looked like she was very upset and she was going off. Now, let's talk about a little bit of the Zach Stacy situation. Now, I'm going to be kind of a little bit, it's going to be spaces in between, because I am still Zach Stacy put his hands on his woman. Now, this is This is what happens when you are this is what they're doing to their preferences. Now, if you know me, I speak a lot about colorism, but ladies, if these men are out here treating their preferences like this, imagine how they treat you. This man, Zach Stacy, beat his. It's not nothing like the Ray Rice situation. Ray Rice knocked out his wife with one hook, of a punch. But Zach Stacy, this man took it to a whole nother level. Zach Stacy, when I say this man beat his wife, I mean he beat her. Like, he threw her, the TV fell on her, all in front of their infant baby. Now, this is unbelievable. Like, when I watch this video, I am hurt. When I watch this video, I see something that, I don't want to see. He posted out on bond. He was freed on bond, following orders to stay away from his ex. This man, Zach Stacy, no longer has a football career. He will not be playing football anymore. He's an ex-NFL player. He was drafted in 2013. He played college football at Vanderbilt. He also played for the New York Jets, the Rough Riders, and Memphis Express. This man is 30 years old, and he has opened up a whole, another ball game for himself. This man will probably never be able to see his son again, because y'all already know, like, this is not, no judge is, allowing this man to see his son again. This man probably will definitely have to face jail time, or his ex might want to settle out of court, but more than likely he's going to have to face jail time because this man brutally beat his wife. This is ridiculous. I don't want to really get into the background of his background because I feel like that's irrelevant, but I also feel like y'all, this may seem like an unpopular opinion, and I know people may say, like, what does the race of his wife have to do with anything? This woman deserves justice, because of the way he, handled her and treated her. But imagine if this was a black woman, right? The black woman, a person would tell a black woman, hold a brother down, but no, this girl is gonna get justice, as she should, right? But I just want all my black women out there to pay attention. If you're listening, watch how he treats, watch how they treat, their preferences. A lot of guys prefer, like, light-skinned girls, white girls, and I promise you, this man preferred this girl, and look at how he treated her. So if these types of men are treating their preferences like this, imagine how he's gonna treat you. Now, she doesn't deserve to be treated like this. But y'all, that's his preference. He should be treating her, better than any other woman, better than his mother. But this is what he does instead. So, ladies, I'm telling you, you guys are not missing out on anything by, wanting to date these black men, NFL, ballers, whatever, these famous people. Y'all not missing out on a damn thing, Okay, because you wouldn't want this to be you in this situation. She doesn't feel safe after he makes his bail, and I wouldn't feel safe either. If my ex beat me and had a whole fucking 64-inch flat screen TV or however many inches fall on me, I would not feel safe either. And the fact that they let him out of jail is surprising, but money talks, and that's how the system, makes their money. Also, they said his son was a newborn. His son is 5 months, which is pretty much an infant. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, this is, crazy. They have pictures of them being together so happy, but, this is not reality. It is all a facade, And ladies, this is what I tell you, be careful with these men, because look what he's doing, bro. He beat his wife brutally. So, so this is my little video on my take on Ray Rice. I honestly respect, Janae's decision, as a woman to stay with him, because, that couldn't be me. And people say, don't say what you would and wouldn't do in situations. No, I'm going to tell you this. That wouldn't be me. But I like the fact that, they got through, the issues. It was one punch to the face. It wasn't repeated. And it looks like it was done out of like anger and frustration. And I'm glad that they both went on, that news interview to discuss what was going on, and that they decided it would be a good idea to, speak their truths and, talk about it. I feel like that small part of their life of what we saw would be an example of when you put your business out there, or when your business gets put out there, because they didn't willingly put their business out there, but when your business gets put out there, if you guys are going to stay together, you're going to face it headstrong and get through it. Because many men who put their hands on a woman, it happens with multiple times. Now, I don't know if this man is still beating up his wife, Ray Rice. We don't know that. But I would hope not, and I would hope that their marriage, only got better from there. And I would say if it did, then that's one of the very, very few examples of, marriages who survive, the domestic violence, or maybe a domestic incident, and I kind of like it that, they were able to face it head on, and, they got counseling, and they talked about it, I kind of I admire that. I don't admire her, getting beat up, but I admire, what they did after, because that's something, honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to do. I would have wanted all his money in a divorce, and I'm not, joking. So I admire that about them. Now, the Zach Stacey incident, we will have to see what will come of it. But, yeah, Janae was a black woman, so not many people, I wouldn't really say many people cared. But Zach Stacey's girlfriend is white, so they're going to throw the book at him. They really are, and they should. All right? But, and this white girl right here, she definitely is going to get the justice she deserves, and not because of her race, but because she should, So that's the end of my video. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that real quick. Wanted to get some content out there, and that's honestly what I was thinking about doing. Although this video was really good for you guys, I will do a part 2. If I talked about anybody in this video and I got information wrong, please reach out to me and let me know. And yeah, thank you. And bye. Pedals Talk Sports out.